welcome back to another week in new genre books. My name is Amelia, and from Locus magazine, I'm going to tell you all about the new science fiction, fantasy, and horror books being published the week of May 21st, 2024. This week, big names like Stephen King, Joyce Carol Oates, Janny Wirtz, and Vaishnavi Patel, and some interesting concepts like disappearing hands, pies that kill guys, a fantasy chosen one stuck in a Groundhog Day time loop, and the Maryland Goatman. Just in case you were thinking of a different Goatman, this one is in Maryland. First up, science fiction, we have 6 new titles. From Suyi Davies Okungbua, we have Lost Ark Dreaming, out from Tor.com in hardcover and ebook. This is a science fiction novella. Survivors of the second deluge that destroyed the city-nation of Lagos take refuge in the Pinnacle, a self-sustainable high-rise surrounded by ocean. From Alexander Boldizar, we have The Man Who Saw Seconds, out from Clash Books in trade paperback, ebook, and audio. This is a science fiction thriller novel with some humorous elements about a man who can see 5 seconds into the future. Super useful, right? After he dodges a literal bullet, which hits someone else, government agencies become aware of his gift and seek to capture him and use his powers. From Jack Campbell, we have In Our Stars, out from Ace in hardcovers, ebook, and audio. This is a military science fiction novel, the first in the Doomed Earth series. While in space, Lieutenant Celine Genji witnesses the annihilation of Earth and is hurled 40 years into the past, where she has a chance to try to change the future and save Earth, starting with the alien first contact only she knows will soon occur. From Ronie Kendig, we have Lady of Basilikas, out from Enclave in hardcover and ebook. This is a Christian science fiction space opera, a short novel in the Drosarin Saga series. Lady Valeriana sets out to prove that her captor, the new Jeharikan king, is unworthy of a marriage alliance. When she delves into the depths of the king's character, what she finds turns her mission on its head. From Victor Manibo, we have Escape Velocity, out from Erewhon in hardcover, ebook, and audio. This is a near-future science fiction mystery novel set on the space habitat Altair in 2089, a luxury orbital resort for the elite. It's their 25th high school reunion, and our heroes are working to advance their applications to live on Mars, away from Earth, which is dying. From Sarah Wolf, we have Heavenbreaker, out from Red Tower in hardcover, ebook, and audio. This is a science fiction novel. Signali seeks revenge against the factions who murdered her family by riding in the enormous machine Heavenbreaker to joust against enemy nobles in space. Next up, horror, we have 5 titles. We do have a Stephen King title coming up. Stay tuned for the anthology section. From Joyce Carol Oates, we have Butcher, out from Knopf in hardcover, ebook, and audio. This is a horror novel in the form of a fictional biography written by the son of real-life 19th century doctor Silas Weir, the father of gyno-psychiatry. Weir conducted gruesome experiments on women in an asylum, and Oates retells his harrowing relationship with one of his subjects, Bridget. From Crystal J. Bell, we have The Lamplighter, out from Flux in trade paperback and ebook. This is a young adult historical horror novel. Temperance is a lamplighter in the 19th century whaling village of Warbler. It's her job to keep the streets lit at night, but when people are murdered on her shift and a girl disappears, Temperance discovers there may be a monster at large. A first novel. From Claire Kann, we have Looking for Love in All the Haunted Places, out from Berkeley in trade paperback and ebook. This is a paranormal romance novel. Heroine Lucky Hart joins a TV show about a reputedly haunted Victorian house. When Lucky starts getting involved with a cast member, the house gets jealous. From Misha Pop, we have The Last to Pie, out from Crooked Lane in hardcover, ebook, and audio. This is a fantasy mystery novel, the second in the Pies Before Guys series about baker Daisy Ellery, whose magic pies can avenge women done wrong by men. Daisy hesitates to accept a job, then the woman trying to hire her disappears. Feeling responsible, she sets out to find her and deliver some justice. Includes 3 recipes. From James Chambers, we have Hidden Fury, out from Nero Paradoxa in trade paperback and ebook. This is a fantasy mystery novella, the 21st in E-Spec's Systema Paradoxa series of novellas about cryptids. This time, detectives must investigate a decapitation murder involving the Maryland version of the Goatman. I did tell you we'd get to the Maryland Goatman. Illustrated by Jason Whitley. Next up, fantasy, we have 8 titles. From Jeff Wheeler, we have Final Strike, out from 47 North in trade paperback, ebook, and audio. This is a fantasy apocalyptic thriller, third in the Dresden Codex series. A depraved mastermind bent on bringing about Armageddon has kidnapped Jonathan Roth's daughter. From Audrey Burges, we have A House Like an Accordion, out from Ace in trade paperback, ebook, and audio. This is a fantasy novel. Kareth wakes up one morning with her hand completely gone. She's disappearing because her father, an artist with the otherworldly ability to literally capture and siphon life in his art, is drawing her. From K-Ming Chang, we have Cecilia, out from Coffee House Press in trade paperback. This is a surreal fantasy novel, an erotic tale about two women who meet, one who has been obsessed about the other since school days. As they reconnect, past and present begin to bleed together. From Ambelina, Kwaymullina, we have Liar's Test, out from Knopf in hardcover, ebook, and audio. This is a young adult fantasy novel. Belle Silverleaf, part of a subjugated group of tree singers, is one of 7 girls competing in deadly challenges to determine who will rule the kingdom for the next 25 years. Belle's quest to reclaim her kingdom puts her up against the gods themselves. From Vaishnavi Patel, we have Goddess of the River, out from Red Hook in hardcover, ebook, and audio. Like Patel's previous novel, Kaikeyi, this is a historical/mythical fantasy novel retelling. It focuses on the story of Ganja, goddess of the river, cursed to become mortal and wed a king. From Stuart Turton, we have The Last Murder at the End of the World, out from Sourcebooks Landmark in hardcover, ebook, and audio. This is a post-apocalyptic thriller/mystery novel with dark fantasy elements set on an island with 122 inhabitants. This island is the last refuge from a deadly insect-filled fog that arrived 90 years ago. A murder threatens the islanders' survival, and when one woman investigates, she uncovers disturbing secrets. From Django Wexler, we have How to Become the Dark Lord and Die Trying, out from Orbit US in trade paperback, ebook, and audio. This is a humorous fantasy novel. Davi is stuck in a Groundhog Day time loop where she can never beat the Dark Lord. If she can't beat him, she'll be him. From Jenny Wirtz, we have Song of the Mysteries, out from Harper Voyager in hardcover, ebook, and audio. This is a fantasy novel, 11th and final in the Wars of Light and Shadow series, publishing on the 30th anniversary of the series' first book, Curse of the Mistwraith. In the final battle of light against shadow, warring factions prepare to meet the bare fist of Erithon's fury. If you're enjoying what we do in bringing you all of these books so that you can be the coolest, in-the-knowest kid on your block, please like and subscribe. And if you've got time, go check out our older videos and hear about all these good books and help us get our watch hours up. That will really help us out. Finally, in anthologies, we have 4 titles. From Rob Costello, we have We Mostly Come Out at Night, out from Running Tree Press in hardcover and ebook. This is a young adult anthology of 15 tales of monsters, angels, and other creatures using monster as a metaphor for the otherness of being queer. Authors include Kaylin Barron, H.E. Edgman, Sam J. Miller, and Alexandra Villasante. From Stephen King, we have You Like It Darker, out from Scribner in hardcover, ebook, and audio. This is a collection of 12 short horror stories, many never before published. One called Rattlesnakes is a sequel to Cujo. Think classic King motifs like ESP, Americana, and Haunted Dreams. From editor Lanoop Pearson, we have Cursed Shards, out from IFWG Publishing International in trade paperback and ebook. This is an original anthology of 10 dark fantasy stories inspired by folklore, fae, fairy tales, and mythology. The stories are set in a world where the shards of a cursed mirror, an eldritch artifact destroyed for its dark powers, cause trouble whenever they reappear. Forward by Kirsten McDermott. From Ian Waits, we have To the Stars and Back, Stories in Honor of Eric Brown, out from Newcon Press UK in trade paperback and ebook. Eric Brown was an award-winning writer of science fiction and mysteries and was The Guardian's science fiction reviewer. This is an original anthology of 15 science fiction stories, many written by Brown's friends. Authors include Keith Brooke, Una McCormack, Alistair Reynolds, Justina Robeson, and Ian Watson. That wraps up this week. Thanks for spending some time with us. At Locus, we set out to tell you everything happening in the science fiction, fantasy, horror publishing space. This magazine and YouTube channel are a labor of love. We are at Locus Mag or at Locus Magazine on most platforms. You can read more about the science fiction, fantasy, and horror field over at www.locusmag.com or show us some love by donating to our Patreon. We are a 501c3 nonprofit. Come back and see us again soon, and we'll be here next week with more new books.